On the last week, gold traded as low as 1693 and as high as 1737. Numbers are rounded and the market is closed. And on the last trading session of a Friday, gold spot printed a closing price little above 1728. The closing price was a little less than the closing price of the last week. And we have had seen a lower low and lower high in comparison of the last week. Though of that, we are still above all the daily simple moving averages, and the momentum we could say it's neutral and favoring little to the upside on the short-term indicators. Little to the upside, not more than 1740 to 43. The RSI readings, it's moderate on all the charts, 55 on the daily, 63 on the weekly, and 76 on the monthly, and the supports are about 1718 if broken. We are going to 1700. If broken, we are going to 1680. Keep in your mind, if 1660 is broken, there will be a tough sell-off in the market of not less than $200. The resistance are 1738, then 1747, and then 1765. That's all. We'll move on now to the economic calendar. On the economic calendar for the coming week and from the United States, we are waiting for the following economic headers to be released. The manufacturing PMI, and this is scheduled to be released on Monday. Then we are waiting for the ADP non-farm employment change on Wednesday. And on Friday, we'll be waiting for the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate. That's all for the economic calendar. We'll move on now to the trading strategy. Hi again. On the last week, gold market sold off on the beginning of the week, and we have seen gold bouncing back from lows by the last two trading sessions on Thursday and Friday, along with silver, which obviously outperformed gold on the last week. The symmetrical triangle, which we have been talking about in our last two videos, which was supposed to generate a move toward 1834, is no longer there. This pattern was invalidated during the sell-off, and I do believe that the bounce back in gold was most of short covering due to the tension between US and China, and there was also the speech of Donald Trump. So I would do believe that the market was afraid that Trump is going to apply some tariffs on China, and that's why gold gained some strength on the last two trading sessions. But generally, I see the outlook about gold is getting more bearish recently. Also, we have seen the US equities are still on the move to the upside, and the market is faking a bullish momentum. I don't know where they are getting it from, but basically, everyone is betting on the market, or is betting through this market, is betting on the Federal Reserve Bank and the actions that is being taken by the Federal Reserve Bank to survive the financial markets. However, it's not the job of the Federal Reserve Bank to survive the financial markets, or especially the stocks. The Federal Reserve Bank should be worried about the monetary policy of the country, not about the price of the stocks or the any other assets in the economy. However, I do believe that this bullish momentum is fake, and it's also going to somewhere, or at some point, certain point of time, it's going to vanish from the market so suddenly. Back to gold. Gold has two options: either to stay in this consolidation zone between 1400, between 1660 to 1760, or it has to drop further between 1450 to 1550 and go for a long term consolidation. Also, if you will look at this chart, it's very simple. This is on weekly basis. As you see, we had the first rally in gold market and took gold from 1260 to 1460 or 1560 even, and then gold went through 18 weeks of consolidation. Now, also, if we will ignore the sell-off that we had on March, gold also rallied from 1460 almost to 1760, another $300, but did not do any consolidation. And the market is still expecting gold to go to 2,000, 3,000. I have no problem with that. Even gold could go to 10,000 if this is what the Federal Reserve Bank or other central banks are going to do, is just to pump money in the markets. Gold has only one way to go, is to go to the upside. But for the time being, I see there is a potential of a drop at least to 1660. So I would advise to sell at about 1740 with a stop loss 1765 or 66 and take a profit at 1660. That's all for this week. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week in another video.